Hello there, I'm Black Bright News, and this is an interesting one. Metro today, Father Ted, creator, fury at arrest. And it says, comedy writer held at Heathrow over anti-trans posts. Father Ted creator Graham Lynham has revealed he was arrested at Heathrow Airport over anti-trans social media posts. The 57-year-old Irish comic writer, also known for the IT Crowd, said he arrived in London on a flight from Arizona when he was met by 5 armed police officers. He wrote on his Substack blog, "They escorted me to a private area and told me I was under arrest for 3 tweets," Lynham said. He was then locked in a cell before he had to be taken to hospital because the stress nearly killed me. His arrest was condemned by Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling, who called it totalitarianism and deplorable. Now, I thought you could only send in armed forces if, say, in a search situation, you know that the individual has weapons or is dealing with drugs or potentially have weapons. I didn't know that they could pull in the armed forces for something you put on social media. That's quite scary. Anyway, I decided to look up the criteria for armed forces, and it says the UK armed forces are warranted to serve national objectives by defending the nation, its interests and its citizens against threats. So I was wondering if his anti-trans tweets came under that category. You know, maybe it's defending the nation and its interests. I'm not sure. But then it goes on to say, including external attacks and terrorism, and to protect vital trade routes from criminal activity. Actions that warrant their deployment also include providing a support to civil authorities during domestic emergencies. And I was wondering if the social media constituted domestic emergency. And then it says assisting with evacuations from areas of unrest or natural disasters and participating in humanitarian and international operations to uphold national interests and international law. Now, it's getting quite serious now if armed forces can greet you based on a tweet or something you've put on social media. I mean, how can that be a threat? I can understand it threatening, causing discord. I could understand that it could cause... I'm just trying to think the worst case scenario on social media. It doesn't say how many people looked at the tweet. It doesn't say whether it was in the millions. So I don't know exactly what he said in that tweet, but was that tweet so threatening that it required the deployment of armed forces? 5 armed police officers, and he was put in jail. He was put in a cell. He was arrested. So he must have said something quite serious. I wish I could find those tweets, but I can't. They've probably been taken down anyway. I was looking at national defence and security, doesn't come under that. Counter-terrorism, it doesn't come under that. Domestic support and emergency response, doesn't come under that because it talks about support to civil authorities. Yeah, they're talking about terrorist incidents, disaster relief. It doesn't come under that. It doesn't come under international operations. It doesn't come under protecting maritime trade. It doesn't come under humanitarian and international missions. Organizations, the Department of International. No, it doesn't come under that. It doesn't come under the Royal Navy. It doesn't come under the Royal Air Force. I'm just totally confused. And I'm looking to see if there's anything that can highlight it. What are the requirements of a warrant in the UK? So that's totally different. Unless because of the tweet. I just don't know. Okay, armed forces, powers of stop and search, seizure. See if what I can get under that. No, that's just got a load of subsections and little writing, so it's not that. But I'd be interested to know your thoughts about that. Did anyone of you see the tweets by Ted? Does anybody know why the armed forces would be brought out because of it? Because, when you put things into context, you're better able to understand it. Because it's out of context, I've just seen the news headlines. You know what I should have done? Let me see if I put in Father Ted. Father Ted tweets. Father Ted arrested over post on transgender. Let's see if there's anything. This is in The Guardian. It says Father Ted, creator Graham Lynham is asking me to continue. Everything, you can't even get anything straight away. No, thank you. Oh, I don't want to do support it. I just want to bloody get the article. It's so annoying. You can't even read anything these days. Okay, the Telegraph, that's not going to give me anything. Oh, it might do. Free speech laws must change after Graham Lynham's arrest. Can't see that, because what they're doing is now, when you're trying to read something, they just want you to subscribe to it. You don't want to subscribe to it. Anyway, I've got to go now. But yeah, can anybody feed me with any information about this? Thank you very much.